Hi, everyone. Welcome to Whitwara Chronicles. I am your resident dungeon daddy. Last week, our intrepid adventurers explored the city of Shroudmore.
And somebody needs to take a message, apparently. But hey,
Yifumi, um, and delved into the religions of the area. Um, Going to see a service of the Father, and then traversing the forge to the Silk Gate in order to visit the Temple of Vulcanus. Where you find yourself now. You delved into what the religion was about, asked some questions, um, and now you're trying to deal with the guards that uh, joined you um, on your trek through the um, the Silk Gate. We have the party of Dayfear and Gormak heading out the front, and the rest of the party heading through the side. So this is where we'll start with Gormak and Dayfear. What do you do?
Well, Day Fear, uh, I'm gonna do a quick look around and see if I can size up the peoples to make sure that we don't get into any troubles.
well,
Uh,
Gormak,
So
it
right
must be
now
said,
you
I
are
don't
currently in the
think
temple.
that you really want to do that. It might actually make us appear to be a bit more suspicious than our countenance would allow already. Perhaps it would be better, my friend, for us to just walk out having a sort of natural-like conversation. And see what happens. If we draw their company, then we shall respond from that point. Does
and
that sound like a good idea to you, sir?
it does, Day Fear. That's why I wanted to run by what I thought I was going to do before doing it. So I think that makes a lot that will work better, my friends.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, I guess point of order. Were you going to see what the other party was doing, or were we just heading out?
You
Yeah.
have the opportunity to coordinate with the other party ahead of leaving if you'd like.
And point of order, because I am an orc, uh, one of the reasons I was gonna just look around. Am I the only freak show, or are there other freak shows?
The, you
So,
have the rest of us,
yeah,
but I think
everyone
Okay,
around you.
okay, all right,
Um, the people around are primarily dwarven and human.
okay. But so our party sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yes.
Okay,
correct.
okay, yeah, and I should have asked point of order up front. Are we the only freak? So we okay, got it. So uh, I'll try to look as cool as possible, but um, they fear. Let's talk to the rest of the gangs and see uh, uh, what we can coordinate before we all separates.
Ah,
I think
so
that's a solid idea.
what are you attempting to accomplish with your separation that we could help you with?
In general, I view my role as the primary distraction of the party. It has not escaped my notice that the folks in this area are a little bit discriminatory against the non-humans.
Well,
Granted,
yes, but it seems to me that they're just watching us to make sure that if we cause any trouble, they're right there to step in. They've been following us, I believe, since probably since shortly after we stepped in, and they haven't done anything yet. So they're probably just keeping an eye on us. And there's what, 3, 4 of them, because there's 6 of us. So that's my thought.
it is entirely up to you how you wish to handle it. I was merely trying to find a way that seemed to sort of fit the situation of harmless. And the less of us they dealt with, it seemed to sort of meet that need. But I will bow to your
No,
request.
I'm simply saying I don't think we need to worry about them. And if you'd like to do something, that's fine. I just didn't understand what it was. This was my misunderstanding of what you were attempting to accomplish.
I mean, it was
I
that.
agree with Alikos. I think if they have a problem, they can say something, but we've done nothing wrong.
It might seem more suspicious if we separate and don't come out together. It just causes more of makes us more suspicious seeming if we're trying to hide or sneak away.
And
Exactly.
and Coin, you brings up a very good point. I did not think of that.
Do we know where we're headed to next?
I think you were looking for something here, and if you found it or decided against it or whatever, then it was the Bone Gate. Was that the other region? Then it was the Bone Gate.
I
Uh,
believe our friends might be closer to there, but I wouldn't feel right putting everyone else in such a seedy part of town for our simple business.
was it truly seedier than our accommodations last night? That was. I mean, the Ash Gates isn't. It's certainly not the Silk Gate. And
I just
so,
think there's quite a few undesirables there.
Undesirable in what way?
more than us.
I think that we might fit in more with the undesirables and feel more welcomed than being watched like, I guess, hooligans already in this area.
Yeah,
Well,
it's fair to watch us.
I definitely could headbutt somebody. So going to the skeleton sounds like the right place to find somebody to headbutt. That's all I'm saying.
well then, by all means, let's head back out through the forge and on to Bone Gate.
All right.
As everyone's fine with heading through the forge.
Well, I think I don't know that there's a way out of the Silk Gate without going through the fort. Was there anything else we wanted to do here before we left? No. All right.
I mean,
Just
Yeah, we came
Yeah.
to see this temple. We came to just go to other houses of worship, but it may be time now to head towards that the Bone Gate and see if we can find our inquiry.
meeting.
I agree. Let's head out.
Yes. I guess Coin and I will lead the way.
please repeat that?
I guess Coin and I will leave.
Sounds great. And so, yeah, we should definitely head that way. We're still in the church right now, so we should just walk back out the doors that we came in at and head that way.
And I'm going to pull my lute off and play a merry tune quietly behind.
As you start playing your lute in the temple, all
Quietly.
of the
No, I think it's as we're walking out, I believe.
Correct.
Is that right?
okay.
Yeah.
So as you leave, not while you're in. All right.
That is correct.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a performance roll.
Big money, big money.
No whammies.
Big bucks, no whammies, no whammies, big bucks, big bucks.
Cool. That's not a bad one.
Yeah.
Pretty much average.
It's pleasant.
For playing quietly, yes.
And it was supposed to be unobtrusive anyway, so it meets the requirements.
Pleasant.
Not to draw any particular attention.
Exactly.
You walk out and you see 6 guards who aren't making any attempt to hide themselves, and you walk out and they don't say a thing.
I would like to stop and just look at them. Just stare them down.
Stare.
Not like intimidatingly, just like, I am watching you. What are you guys doing? We know you're watching us.
They stare at you right back.
I will come behind you, wrap my arm around your probably rib cage because that's probably what I can reach.
Not my point.
I don't want to reach, up with you like direct vertically. Give a nod to the guards and walk towards the forge and attempt to cajole you with me.
I will allow you to steer me away.
Go on, Matt.
As everybody else walks away, I'm gonna be last in line, and I'm just gonna give like a quick wave at them, like not say anything, but just wave and smile, and then follow them.
There's no reaction, though. You notice as soon as you get 10 feet away, they start following you.
So
Through the forge.
so I am bringing up the rear, walking slowly, not separating myself from the rest of the party, but backing them up because I think something might be going down.
And I'm going to continue playing the lute, kind of skipping and somewhat dancing around the party as it moves as a general thing. Making a general ass of myself.
But I am the last person as we move.
You and Elric are in the back of the party of 6.
Yeah. I'll let him kind of follow behind me because it seems like that's what he wants to do. So I'm just gonna kind of like listen to the music and bob my head, and I'll be like right in front of him.
Okay. Has anything happened before we get to the forge?
No, nothing happens as you pass through the shimmery blue wall that represents the divide. Thank you, between the forge and the Silk Gate. The guards stop and wait a moment, and then if you look back, they seem to have dispersed.
Yeah, as we go through, I will turn, bow, and step through the barrier.
Giving him the finger.
All right. I need to whomever is leading through the forge. I need D100. I'll do it for sure.
Yeah, coin will roll for the front of the line.
Oh, and previously I'd mentioned sanity.
Ooh. I think it's wait, I don't know if that's gonna be the event table or not.
I wanted to let you all know that sanity represents 10 plus your wisdom modifier, plus your intelligence modifier.
So only plus though, not if it's negative.
Oh no, if it's negative, it's a minus.
No, you just said plus only.
Yes.
Plus
Not great.
Yep. So if you dumped intelligence and wisdom,
You're not very safe.
you're gonna be more impacted by the weird.
Ooh.
I mean,
Love it.
charisma's your force of will. We should be able to.
Yep, absolutely.
That should factor in.
So point of order, I'm sorry. Is the modifier the big number or the large number on the
No,
sheet or the
It's the plus small number.
Oh, okay.
So if you had a plus, it would be 0. If you had a 10, it would be plus 0. If you had an 18, it would be plus 4.
Yes.
All right. 75.
Say the titties. They're like ho ho ho.
As you walk through,
Did you lose one?
but again, luck. You all feel the ground start to grasp onto your feet.
Last time it was like burning feet. Now we have like warbly, earth grabby feet, adhesive feet.
Oh,
Your feet are so sticky.
This is going to be a problem. You look down, and the stone of the pavement seems to be wrapping around your feet. Each time your foot hits the ground, it climbs up higher.
for like being encased slowly
Do we
by
feel
the
like
ground?
magic?
This is absolutely magic.
Yeah. This district is full of magical experimentation that is escaping from each building and mingling with each other, and weird shit happens in the streets.
So I need everyone to roll me an Arcana.
After this, well, I'll wait.
Damn, Nazari, let's go.
Ah,
Did not do a Fumi roll.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Sick.
15 is hopefully good. I think that's you're up.
Okay. All right. So,
I mean, you got a 17. Let's go.
Gormac and Naz are well aware of what this would be. The spell Stone Skin is passing over your body, and you all will have Stone Skin for the next 10 minutes. Anyone who failed, I need you to give me a wisdom roll.
What was a failure?
It's you all. Anyone I didn't mention failed.
So 15.
Is Stone Skin good?
Sorry.
no.
No. Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
I was like, is it good?
Yeah. Yes.
Wait, it's a wisdom save, not a wisdom roll.
Wisdom save. You're right.
Yeah, they rolled both wisdom.
And anyone who succeeded, just to let you know, well, anyone, to let you know what Stone Skin is, that the flesh turns as hard as stone, and that you're resistant to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing.
Nice. For 10 minutes?
For 10 minutes.
Wait, so it is good?
It's good.
Yeah, Stone
no.
Skin's really good.
Stone Skin.
Yeah. So, Dayfear, I want you to take a point of wisdom damage because this is just fucking weird. Everyone else, you're okay with it. You notice that Alikos and Gormac and Naz are feeling okay about this. They look calm, almost maybe even excited if that's how you would feel about getting a little bit of extra protection. But they do not look freaked out.
Okay, good, because I was about to jump on a roof.
I was gonna jump on Gormak's back.
Hey, me too. Actually,
I just wanted to like. I'm like, is this good? But it's bad. You don't really want this, right?
you do want it.
Apparently,
you
it's
do.
like extra armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For us, the stone is acting as extra armor. For other people, it's
still acting as armor, but you don't understand what's going on.
Okay. No. I was just trying to make sure I was like, is this a positive or a negative?
Yes, it is a positive.
Okay. It is a positive.
So it's a cascade. So first it's a cascade. First we had to pass the Arcana to know whether or not we were gaining this boon.
No.
Everyone
gained it. Anyone who passed the Arcana check
Okay.
knew what it was.
So they didn't freak out.
They didn't freak out. And then everyone
attempted to freak out, and that was the save. You either did or didn't. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
Other than that, your time through the forge is uneventful.
That's a lot of heavy breathing.
You make your way through the Stormlight Town. As I mentioned, this is heavily residential area, with only some services provided. But yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jeff,
Sorry.
be careful.
Sorry.
He's a little humpy right now.
All right. My dog.
I mean,
Thank you for the clarification.
Tell everybody that it's your dog. Tell them we're right here watching.
For the record,
You had one shot so far.
Stormlight Town. Sorry, this is going to be a hot mess tonight.
As
Stormlight
opposed
Town.
to
Fair.
Wow.
This is fair. All right, Stormlight Town is heavily residential. As you walk through, the only businesses you see are grocers and service-oriented industries. Some restaurants, some bars. No real merchants. Some taverns, but for the most part, it is just very heavily populated with skyscraper-like apartment buildings. Very densely populated. As you bump through the populace and head south, you finally make your way to Bone Gate.
Are we noticing any guard movement through this?
Give me a perception.
Through this.
I definitely would have asked that too.
You can also give me a perception.
Average.
And anyone who's paying attention can give me a perception.
No.
Worse than my passive perception.
Yep. Nope. Dave, you notice that there are guards. Kind of pushing their way through the crowd, but it's not nearly as well patrolled as the Silk Gate. So like it's maybe one patrolman per 500 people, whereas you and Silk Gate, it was closer to 1 in 10, and the Forge, anyone paying attention, there was no guards. You get the feeling that anyone who wants to fuck around in the Forge becomes the experiment.
Right. They get disappeared.
Yeah.
As we're walking closer, I'd like to kind of say to everyone that I need to speak with Coin privately for a moment about our friends, and you can go along and we'll catch up.
And point of order, Dungeon Master. What my perception role was, again, because we're freaks, trying to get a feel of what the populace, how they look at us.
You are still sticking out like a sore thumb, right?
Okay.
People are clocking you. Some people are disgusted by you. So yeah. So and to give you
Yes,
an
but what about the townsfolk?
The makeup is primarily humans and half elves with the occasional halfling.
Okay.
No dwarves.
All right. So humans are.
And the even fewer than the halflings, you see the occasional elf. It would be unusual for an elf to live in this area.
So we really need to be on guard, is what you're saying.
Not guard, just pay attention.
Again, we're not doing anything in particular. We're just walking down the street right now. We haven't even gotten into a business. We're just on display, like
everyone's
freaks in a circus.
Everyone's just looking.
Talking.
Yeah,
and that's mostly. But yeah,
So-
I can peel off with Erica also.
head on a swivel.
Or-
Yeah, sure.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
paying attention. You know, because, but I don't think it's quite risen to being on guard.
Okay.
We're not seeing a mob form behind us or anything like that.
No, it's
So-
just like
People are moving on. They're just like, oh, fuck, and then moving on.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I'm going to have to tell my Aunt Cindy about this.
Got it.
there's
Nope. That helps. That helps a lot.
an orc and a devilkin.
Yeah. Well, and you do know that you aren't having a problem cutting through this crowd.
Yeah.
There is.
It's parting before.
Yes. There is a decent amount of space around you.
Okay. Yeah. No, I just wanted to make sure I explained what my perception role was for. So thank you.
So, all right. I will let Coin and Naz have their scene, and then we will.
We will back off
Yep.
far enough that they can talk,
Yep.
but not out of sight.
Yes.
You can deafen us if you don't wish us to know what's transpiring.
Since I said it to everyone, I would assume that you guys would respect it, but I'm not going to be offended if you overhear it. But I am going to try and be quiet.
Try and be quiet. Anyone who is interested in trying to listen, message Jeff because I'm using his computer.
I will.
Dungeon Daddy?
Hmm?
Can I ask a question really quick?
Yep.
So, are all of these different parts in the city kind of like a county almost? Like they're their own separate thing, but they still report to like a central government or something?
They're more just
So
sisters.
it's like so far the vibe you've been getting is their neighborhood. So like in New York, there's the garment district, right?
So notice that there is a difference in like
There's
uniforms.
There's Brooklyn, there's Manhattan,
So there's different like
there's
districts.
Queens.
I think the only formal thing that we have seen is basically the rich district has a shield from the experimental magic district. And it's more of keeping all the forge shit out than, I mean, like, we, random uninvited strangers, pass through it with no problem. That barrier.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like there's any formal definition. There's not like
Yeah.
You know, there's not like there's like customs checkpoints or anything.
No.
Well,
It-
I
it-
just was more wondering, like, is there like higher, like, if we get in trouble at one like area, like, say we would have gotten in a fight with those guards and escaped, would there be like, do you think people in this district would be hunting us for the other district?
you don't know.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
that's
don't
fine.
know
That's fair.
Yeah.
It just came to
I-
my head, so I didn't know if we
Yeah,
had any insight.
That's a great. Yeah,
Yeah,
great
it's a good question. It's a good question.
you can find out.
You could find out. You could learn about.
Let's
You
not
can
like
learn
guess-
about sitting bureaucracy, or you can learn the hard way.
not the hard way.
Okay.
Learn the
Well,
hard
then I'm gonna bring that question up when we separate, and I'm just gonna ask Dayfear Alikos that. So that'll be what we are talking about while we're separated, I guess.
Okay.
All right.
Sure. I will say let's not find that out the hard way, and maybe ask I don't have my notes. What's your face?
So real quick,
The
point of,
bartender.
sorry.
Mhm.
Point of order. Gormac was a member of his town's watch.
No one
I don't
know that. You can have a conversation, but don't. You
Oh.
haven't shared that.
You would know
Okay.
what your town is, so you would have an idea. Maybe,
No,
but
there wasn't like there weren't.
no.
there were districts
So
region,
ju-
because it's
yeah. So
file.
that what
yeah.
was it?
So
you're guarded.
well,
if you
all right. Sorry. Side table.
We got
I got the rule. So yeah, you would know a whole lot about this, and you
No,
haven't
no.
discussed the fact that you're a guard with anyone except for Dayfear. So if
That's
you want to talk about that, we can have that. But right now, I want to focus on the conversation between
It-
Naz and Coin, and then we'll shift back. And if you want to have a little conversation.
but my point was, you all would know my background.
No,
No.
they would not.
They would not.
They would not. You have not discussed it with anyone yet,
Okay.
except for Dayfear.
just as I haven't discussed mine with any of you.
Okay. Nope, that's fair. Nope, that's fair.
All right. So Naz, Coin, go ahead.
I will say, kind of in hushed tones, what's the plan if we find them? I mean, Katerina has pretty bright hair, so she shouldn't be too hard to spot in a crowd, but Niklaus and Michael, they're not gonna let us get to her. I doubt they're gonna come quietly.
I think that if we are focused on the head of the snake, the body will follow. I think that keeping to our story right now of them being just run out on a bet is going to be helpful as we go down to the skull gate,
Bone Gate.
bone gate. We will be able to ask and be able to maybe trade some information for some information, but we are less prepared for this adventure at this point. We're trying to find two people in a fairly large city. Even if they stand out, then it's still going to be hard for people to willingly give that information without us paying for it or trading for it.
All right, so do you think if we happen to stumble across them, we should keep our distance? Is this more of an observe trip?
I think we should definitely keep our distance at first so that we can find out where they are, where they're staying, and then we can approach them at an opportune time. We can then have these crew that we have been traveling with. We can maybe make it more worth their while to assist us in capturing them or bringing them to some form of justice.
Okay, well, we'll just gather the information we can then.
I think it's good to have information first. Find them
Alright.
first, then we can find out what to do with them.
All right, sounds good. And then we'll, or I'll, kind of nod and we'll catch back up. Or start to catch up.
All right. So, as you, well, actually, let me focus back in on the other group. Do you have? Is there any conversation that you would like to have while Coin and Naz are having theirs?
Dayfear, are you still playing the lute, or did you stop that after we went through the forge?
Well, I found the atmosphere of the forge to be not conducive to playing joyful
All right.
tunes. You could say that I just really haven't summoned the spirit yet.
That's fine. Just curious. No, then I will stand and just be waiting and practicing rolling a coin across my hands.
But
I am bad at that.
yeah, because I'm way too big for your hand.
And Gormac
Poppers,
is Gormac is
Gold.
just hanging back.
Gold.
Yeah, he's we are continuing just to hang back, not by I would say no greater than 10 feet, but
More, it'd be
we're
more
but
than that,
yeah,
because we want to give them the ability
right,
to have
exactly,
that
right.
Still stand, so
But because I'm a bigger individual, I am playing upon I walk a little slower than other people, but I'm not gonna be further than 10 feet from any of you all, so I can come to assistance.
all right.
I do worry that mocking the guards might not have been of the best ideas.
I don't think it was quite that bad. I mean, our faces are very memorable, so they would have remembered them anyway. But I don't think we rose to a level that they would hold a grudge.
I was primarily hoping to meet and greet and smarm my way across their notice. In the future, when they saw us, it would just sort of be a secondary notion of, ah, yes, it's them again, and moving on.
I think that if they gave three of them, while we were walking around, and then six of us to meet openly as we left the temple, that it might take more than one visit to do that, possibly more than 10.
I do find it interesting that they did sort of swarm rather quickly. It does fill me with a little bit of an, what would be the word exactly? Disquiet at the very least.
Oh yes, it's
So, just a point of order. You were in Silkgate for a while. Like it was like a 2-hour walk to the temple. So
So it's later. They like 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
By the time we were in Silkgate.
Yeah. So it's late now. Like it's getting to be dinner time.
Early evening.
Yeah. But I guess the more important thing is it wasn't like you just entered Silkgate and you had an entourage, right? You an hour in, you looked around and you noticed that you had 3 guards following you. That's what you saw.
Mm-hmm.
yes. Then after we spent what?
With respect, 2 hours is not all that long. Isn't really not all that much time for them to get 6 guards.
Okay.
Unless they're working with wireless technology of some sort.
Probably in the Ridge District.
I mean, you're talking about somebody panicking and running around going, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, they're weirdos here."
No, you didn't get that vibe. I mean, you can infer all you want, but I just wanted to give you an idea of time frame. It wasn't like 10 minutes after you entered the district that you were being followed. You did your first check in an hour.
Yeah. Well, we checked like right before we got to the temple, or as we were getting to the temple.
So
And
maybe
then we were in the temple for
a good amount of time.
The guy like to bramble.
Yeah.
But they did find 3 more people while we were in the temple. So
I missed it. We came out to 6 guards.
6, yeah.
Oh, I missed
6. Yeah. So I think that the concern and paying attention is warranted. I think if you want to be able to pass unremarked, you might fit in better than without all of us, to be quite honest. Day fear.
Indeed. That had crossed my mind, yes.
Oh, no.
One other concept that I have is that we could form a company. We could form a team.
Are you back now?
Are you back at this point?
Yes.
Okay, so
Sorry. Was kind of at this point.
Yeah. At this point, we'll go ahead and have Coin and Naz rejoin.
I think that what could be beneficial is that we form a party and form a group or company that gives us reason to be in the city, and we can all refer back to each other and all be accountable in the eyes of any queries of where our location is and what our business is. It might be helpful. Is that an idea that interests anyone?
Certainly, I think that has a definite value in there. It does explain our sort of commiserating with each other on a regular basis. And if someone were to ask what brought you here, it would give us a reason to say, "Oh, we're part of this company, this troop of individuals that is engaged in business-like activities in this wonderful town."
You would call
Like an LLC?
Mm-hmm. I have two ideas, but maybe we should stop and have a drink and not talk about this in the streets necessarily. When we reach Bonegate, maybe we shall have a talk about the details of this group.
Do we have time for such a drink? I was under the impression that you were attempting to meet some individuals. Is there time?
The tavern that if we go to a tavern, we can still start our inquiries at that tavern.
Excellent. Then I think we have a good plan to do so. I shall let you lead the way.
So it sounds like we are going to Bonegate Tavern.
Well, I think we're going to Bonegate to find a tavern.
Right. Yes.
All right. So as you complete this conversation, in the distance, you see a large wall made of bone.
Could you repeat that, please?
In the distance, you see a large wall made of bones.
see why it's called a bone gay.
A pile, correct?
No.
No,
A wall.
A wall made of bone.
Yes, but I do mean it was a sort of a pile that has been sort of a wall made of a pile of smaller bones, as opposed to a gigantic bone that happens to be in the shape of a wall.
Yeah. So it
Constructed out.
It is constructed out of bone. It's not a pile of bone. Like it does not seem to be getting thinner as you get you see the top of it. Right. It is a consistent thickness from what you can see.
A wall made out of bones.
It is a wall made out of bones. It is not a pile.
Perhaps I'm asking the question incorrectly then.
Okay.
Can we tell, is it made of, I mean, it does bear the question, how can we tell from a distance that it's made of bone? But is it made of small bones, or is it made of the bones of a very large creature?
So what you can see are very large bones. If you want, you could give me a nature, and I could tell you what type. You don't know.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to be honest, I'm quite interested, so I'm definitely looking at it.
You're looking at it?
Well, yes.
Go ahead. Give me a nature.
I did. I rolled poorly.
Oh, you said no. Sorry, when I said no, I was responding to
me.
Alikos. Sorry. This hybrid environment where I'm looking at natural rolls and digital rolls is complicated. None of you are able to identify.
I have real dice because Zach is using my laptop.
Yeah. So no. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. All of it's fine. None of you are able to identify the bone, but you do see bones in there that are larger than you, larger than Gormak.
That coin is definitely like, those aren't goblin bones, so whatever, man.
If they're bigger than if they're bigger than Gormak, them some big bones.
Let's see. I would like to walk up to the wall.
Yeah.
And,
So as you draw closer and closer, like I mentioned, it is uniform in shape, and you see that there are larger bones, and in between the larger bones, you see smaller bones filling in as mortar. And it has absolutely been, it seems to have been magically shaped. So yes, as you walk up to the wall, go ahead and ask your question.
trying to see if this would work. I would like to place my hand on one of the very large bones and quietly whisper to it. If you might be able to tell me if I gain anything from this experience.
Pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Hold on.
Yeah, you do know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I absolutely do.
I would let you choose on this particular.
Yep. That is rather magnanimous of you, letting me choose.
I want to whisper to the bones. Tell me your secrets.
I lean over to Coin and I'm like, is Naz always this fucking weird?
Are you always this note? No, I'm kidding. No.
Damn.
I'm gonna say if you want to DM me
No, so
what happens?
yeah, no. I'm going to describe this because I don't think I could do it justice in text.
Okay.
You hear a massive roar. You see this visage play out in front of you, a giant running towards a dragon and leaping and hooking his club around the dragon's neck, wrenching and pulling back and taking the head off as another dragon comes, rips him up, drops him on the ground. All the while, he's roaring and roaring. Gain advantage to our proficiency in intimidation.
Oh,
Oh shit! What just happened?
I will. And as you see me, I'm kind of facing away from you guys. I'll kind of shake my head and step back, and then just look back at you guys.
He seems scarier.
Oh,
All she did was text Joan. She looks just terrifying right now.
Actually, I will give you the option of either taking intimidation or acrobats from that.
I will. I'll do acrobatics.
You don't. Yeah, you don't have to tell me. You can put it on the sheet. That's fine.
Okay, I'll think on it.
Yep. Just make sure to update your sheet with it
Yeah.
and put it in a note so we don't forget what I gave you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm writing all of this down too. So.
Awesome.
I mean, does it look like anything from the outside?
You
Go
ahead.
Our eyes,
go ahead. Go ahead and give me a perception check if you're.
Yeah, I would be definitely.
Anyone who's
I
watching.
would definitely be keeping an eye out.
Watching Naz
Yeah.
as this happens. So.
I got 21.
Oh, man.
Well, yeah, we were both watching her, so that makes sense that Alvin is also paying attention.
I think it's a 16.
And Coin's just like, yeah, she's a little strange. And they're like, oh, shit.
Anyone who rolls higher than a 15, you notice that a flood of mist, which you haven't seen since you entered the city, starts pouring from the wall into Naz.
You say blood red mist?
No, a
That'd be cool, too.
yeah, that would be cool. I wish I'd said that, but no.
Sorry, that's what I heard.
You know what? Let's make that canon. It is blood red mist.
Oh shit!
I think that would be it.
Hell yeah! Damn, dude, that's I look at Coin like I don't even say anything. I just look at him like.
I mean, Coin's jaw is just kind of dropped. Also, like he doesn't have words for that. That's not something that he was anticipating at all.
It's awesome, yet also terrifies me.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Yeah. Yep. As you follow the road, and continue walking, maybe take a moment to look at Naz as she accepts this mist. You see a giant archway which seems to be made from rib bone. And as large as this archway is, it must be the bones of an elder worm. There's a fairly stark difference walking from Stormlight Town into the Bone Gate. Whereas things were kind of dingy and densely packed in the Bone Gate, or I'm sorry, in Stormlight Town. Bone Gate, things are dilapidated and DIY'd into an absurd manner, right? So it's the equivalent of like building skyscrapers, but with storage containers.
So like Talonwald Vault City.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you see all manner of material held together um, with tape, with epoxy, with trash, buildings made out of trash. Just as dimly or densely populated as Stormlight Town, but the garb is it's significantly more shabby. What do you all do? And also, actually, before I ask what you all do, I am going to ask for whomever is leading this, not Coin because he made the last roll. I need another D100.
Assume it would be
You're busy.
So if isn't the no one else is open up, I'll roll.
How it goes.
I'm gonna roll 1 to 100 or 0 to 99.
1 to 100.
41.
41.
Is this for the wild magic table?
No, this is not wild magic.
That's why it matters.
Yeah.
It's just 10.
Yeah. Yep.
So that would have been 50, not 40.
So that was.
Okay.
Because
I'm sorry. Say that again. That was 50.
41.
41.
Yeah.
41. All right.
Might be.
It gets to go from 0 to 9.
It goes from, this one specifically goes from 1 to 10. Other one's 0 to 9.
I like that. Not bad. I think it makes sense.
You hear someone call the spear on the block. Come into the bloody horseshoe.
I will check my feet reflexively.
Her feet have been harassed a lot lately.
I don't have any size.
Or feet thing.
Yeah, more
Because Zach's just not into feet like that, okay?
No, I mean, I have hooves, so he said bloody horseshoe.
Your feet are fine.
Yeah.
What do you all
That's
do?
inclusive, okay.
What do you all do? What are you looking for when you enter Bone Gate?
I would avoid a place that would be too publicly announced immediately upon entering. That would not be the place that Coin wants to go. I'd be like, okay, that's where everyone gets robbed. Like all the new people immediately go to this place and says, "Come get a beer here" as soon as you enter the gate. Okay, no. I would want to take a few more blocks and then see if I can find a tavern a few more blocks in.
Alikos kind of looks at Coin. It's like, why are you passing up cold beer? But okay, all right. If you're the one we're following.
Why would you pass up cold?
I should calm this ass down.
As you walk through, I need a perception check from everyone.
From everyone.
Nope.
Wait, what? Shit.
So we have a nat 1 and a 5 in room.
That's an 8. Okay.
Oh, an
thank
8.
you.
An 8.
Jesus.
And
I have
then
modifiers.
a 7.
Everybody else did good.
Can't change the nat 1 though.
No. Unless you're lucky. Still waiting on Gormac.
Is that another feat joke?
It is
Right.
4 because as written, you don't auto fail skill checks.
Yep. So,
Oh my god.
why are you rolling again, Gormac? You don't need to. You already rolled 3. You didn't need to roll the natural 1. All right.
I only hit the button once, but the Chromebook took it 3
Yep.
times.
Yeah. You know, Gormac just wants to join me with the natural one.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. I only
91 club.
rolled
Yep.
once.
Yep. Just get it out of the way now. So,
Thanks.
I will say that Dayfear and Elric, you notice there are no guards here. But you are being followed by children.
Ah, that's creepy.
Can you
And-
say that again? You're being what by children?
Followed by children.
Oh,
And I don't mean that you're being followed by a horde of children. I mean that, and probably Elric is the only one who noticed this particular aspect, but you notice that children are like handing off following. That it isn't just a horde of children following you, it's you are being followed, and like they're switching off and being very careful.
very
Almost like a
Game of
Haitian
Thrones.
line.
Game
And
of Thrones.
Elric was the only one who noticed that.
So would I think it's like almost like a communication line? Like it's almost like they're a bunch of spies or somebody.
You can make inferences as much as you want. I'm just telling you what you saw.
Okay.
But you said Elric was the only one that saw it, correct?
Elric is the only one who noticed the fact that the children are switching off. You noticed that you're being followed by children.
Ah.
But
Not
does-
even with
I'll-
16? Damn.
I'm sorry, what was that, Naz?
I said not even with a 16, I didn't see the little ones.
Not even with the 16.
Damn, man.
Did
Okay, so I'm gonna
So-
lean into Alikos and I'm gonna let him. I'm just gonna be like, are you seeing these little kids?
Point of order.
Yep.
Dungeon Master, do I recognize the techniques?
Give me a history. Or an intelligence. No, just give me a history. I'll say it would, yeah.
History is intelligent.
Yeah, I was saying a straight intelligence.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, so
Already.
you would know that the use of children is like this is common in poor areas, that this is a signal network. And that is, as soon as one child peels off, it's because they're running to tell someone.
I'm going to pull out my lute and
Someone
start
like
playing a song that no one has ever heard of. I heard it through the grapevine.
I made this up.
And that would and that would uh, uh, point of order. If you play, then that would be a cue to Gormat.
Nope, it would not, because you have not previously discussed this as a signal.
We've worked together in the past.
This has not been discussed as a signal.
Okay.
Right? So you can talk, but that would not be a cue.
That would not be a cue. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna lean to Alikos and be like, "Are you noticing what these children are doing?"
Let me guess. Watching us?
Yeah, but it's like different. It's not like one is staying. It's like as when we get farther along, they switch off, and the other ones disappear, and it's a new one that's there, and it keeps being a new one the farther we go in. It's never the same kid.
Are you saying that loudly enough that we can all hear you, or are you being
I'm
sneaky
not
about
necessarily. I'm trying to be quiet to where like the kids wouldn't hear it, but I'm not like hiding it from you guys. I'm just specifically telling Alikos.
It's not a subtle person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big guy, and you got, he's 4 feet lower than me.
Yeah, I would say that you all probably.
Yeah, because Elric is leaning down, like not quite bending at the waist.
He's like, at a solid 60. I'm sorry, not a 60, 170-degree bend.
Yeah.
Coin's hand.
I don't want to be too obvious.
No,
I don't want to be too obvious, but like I obviously have to move, otherwise I'd be so loud.
90 is, yes, 90 is flat. He's not flat. Yes, 170 is this.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't know where the starting point is.
0 up.
Say that again, Ulrich.
I'm not trying to be like obvious that I'm whispering or like talking quietly, like so I'm gonna try and look casual, but I know obviously because of how tall I am, I have to lean over.
Yeah,
no, I'll just
have to like
say not even breaking stride. I'm like, oh, they're probably in some kind of gang.
Yeah,
which you all would know because of the information that you had that this is gang territory.
Yeah, I was gonna say Coin would then say like close ranks and gather in. We're headed to a tavern, but we just need to get in a little further before we reach one.
So I will say at this point you have passed 3 taverns.
Oh,
okay. I will give you the options of which ones you would choose to go in at this point. So you've got the Shadow's Rest, the Morning Star Tavern, and the Reaper's Retreat.
Is the Morning Star Tavern, does it have a sign of a star or of the weapon?
It's actually got a pentagram.
It's actually a weeping motif.
Weeping from Morning Star.
Like morning.
Oh, morning.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Nice.
So
I'm sorry. What were the other 2 called?
The Shadow's Rest and the Reaper's Retreat.
So all 3 of them are death themed. Got it. I mean, I think I would want to go to the furthest one.
Okay.
I would want to go to the furthest one.
So that would be the Shadows.
Okay. If that's okay with everybody else.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't have a preference.
Just close ranks, just get in a bit deeper so that we can get a little bit more of an intimate place rather than something that's just off the beaten path. Or something that is off the beaten path.
It's a small establishment.
Before we enter, I should have done this earlier. I'm going to put my hood up.
Yeah.
To where you would have to be kind of trying to see my face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I notice her putting up her hood? I mean, obviously she's not hiding it, but
Yeah. I mean, if you want.
then yes, I
Like,
do, and I'm going to start playing a little bit more jaunty tune and smiling around at the folks nearby.
I think that's how you get stabbed here.
It's possible. We'll see what happens.
No. So
We call it the Jester's Rest Sing.
as you walk in, the only thing denoting this as a tavern is the sign has a green sign, or it's on black wood. The text is in a green script with a mug of beer on it, and underneath it reads "The Shadows Rest." The front, there are no windows. The door is open, and
Perfect.
the boards are grayed and old.
Are they grayed because they're like cypress, which just goes gray after a year, or are they gray because they're like 150 years old?
They're like 150 years old.
Okay.
Point of order, is this, what time of day is it?
It is around.
Pretty late.
It's like 7 p.m.
Okay, so it's still early hit
Yeah.
for tavern hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll call it 8 because you've been walking for a while. Yeah. So I'm sorry. What was that?
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
It's easy to move.
The tables are made from the same old wood. There is a very small bar at the back of the tavern, and there are no kegs. Only brown bottles of liquor. And it's about 3/4 full this time.
Okay.
Describe, if you would, the people, please.
I was gonna say, like, what kind of people are
Yeah.
kind of the
So I mean,
patrons here?
about 30% of the people. So it's equal parts in terms of gender as far as outward presentation. The about a third of the patronage are just fucking tanked.
Are they quiet tanks?
Oh,
Are they loud tanks?
boisterous. Like walking into the tavern. No, again, there is no beer here. It is all liquor. And
Do I see my friends?
give me a perception check.
I would check for them just in case. Like,
Yeah.
we would definitely be scoping them out for sure together.
As they're
Oh,
looking
fuck.
at the crowd, I'm going to go directly back to the bar.
Yeah. And just to
21.
21, you don't see them.
Okay.
And to continue,
No shit.
not one. Don't see them.
I got one with a
I don't
2.
see a fucking thing.
You don't.
My
You
hood fell over my eyes.
just don't notice them. It's fine.
Is there
Like,
music in the tavern?
There is no music.
Then I'm going to start playing as I put on a gigantic smile and walk around to see the response.
You start playing and you notice a response. Give me a performance. Let's gauge the response. With a 17. The whole not having a sound where I hear that "whip" tripping me out. I could fix it. I know how to fix it. With a 17, the folks who are just bastards start clapping and yelling. There are a few folks huddled together who are just kind of a very small percentage, or just kind of staring you daggers because that this is not what they come here for. But majority of people start kind of swaying with the music and
I would be surprised that there isn't any form of entertainment already in the place.
So there's entertainment. There is not music.
Okay, that was one of my questions too.
There are bar games that
Are there? Okay.
Yeah, that dagger throws.
Darts.
No darts, daggers.
Darts are only the civilized form of dagger throwing.
But darts are the less damage to your bar form of dagger throwing.
They don't give a fuck. It's obvious.
These aren't those kind of patrons.
Yeah, they don't.
Are there card games?
There are cards being played, and if you wanted to get in on some gambling, we could find you some gambling here.
That is a proficiency.
So, Dungeon Master, I have dice, bone dice. Or is there any bone? Is there any bone dice to get in on?
I mean,
Are you saying you have the item bone dice? Or
Yeah. No, yeah.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, I have bone dice, and that's part of my kit. So, all right. So,
Okay. So
perception.
Yep.
Give me perception. Do you see anyone playing with dice? Yeah. There are 3 groups. Let's call it 5 people. That seem to be playing dice.
So I'm gonna lean over in a low tone to the party and say, "Hey, I have bone dice. I'm not necessarily good at them, but I use them to start conversations and to help get information. If someone would like to start a conversation with someone with bone dice, let me know."
Well, let's start here. Let's go to the bar, get a round of drinks, and we'll sit down at a table because we still want to talk about our party forming at least some sort of title or some sort of objective so that we have a common goal in this town or in this city, and then we can explore the local debaucheries of the sort.
I just wanted to make sure that I gave that information. I'm again, I am not good with the bone dice, but I have found they are good conversation starters.
Agreed. So let's make our way to the bar and find a table. With my 21, do we notice anybody clocking us as we walked in? I don't know. That's probably a lot of people are not as many.
Yeah.
Depends on who's fucked.
Even the fucked people notice. I mean, compared to them, you're dressed very richly.
Yeah.
There are no holes in it. There are no patches.
Well.
Are you wearing clothes?
Yes.
Okay. I know. Mr. Thomas didn't wear clothes. Wait, did he wear clothes?
He wore a scarf. That's it.
Right. They're just
Yeah, that's fair. You're wearing robes, but yeah, there is it is not well cared for like your clothing.
Gotcha.
There are a couple patches that are almost as rough as theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones I did.
Sorry, Naz, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just commenting about the Mr. Tumnus wore a scarf.
So while they're debating about coming to the
Yeah.
Is Stone Skin still activated?
It is not.
No,
It
was
is
10 minutes.
Yeah, it was 10
We
minutes.
were through the board try at the end of that.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't hear the 10-minute part. I didn't hear the
yeah,
10 minute.
yeah. It was 10 minutes of stone skin.
Oh, okay.
For a good amount of time in combat.
yeah.
Yeah.
If we had started any shit in the forge, it would have been there. But we decided not to do that, and instead we're getting drinks. So what do you got? And I will flash 1 silver and 4 copper in my hand as I ask the question.
Give me a dex check
Can I do sleight of hand?
or sleight of hand. Yeah.
Efficient. 20.
Oh no.
As you hold out the silver, the
So
the wrapped figure behind the bar,
Mhm.
his hand lashes out, grabs your coin.
what do you got? I was doing it to show that I do it, and now I'm like, it's fine. I was going to spin it anyway, but it's going to be something. What do you got?
We have grog. You want some?
Only one. Only one?
That's all we got.
I will look back, and I'll go 6.
Portage doesn't ask another question. Joy. You know that the glasses are not clean.
That's fine.
All right. So I've got 3 bottles in each hand.
Oh, not bottles.
Oh no, he said. I thought he was giving out bottles.
No.
This
he
is there are
poured-
only
Oh,
bottles
okay.
behind the behind
So I've got 3
shot
gla-
glasses.
You've got
glasses.
glasses.
Three
Like
glasses.
Low,
Okay.
we'll say pints.
I've got 3 glasses in
like
each hand.
glasses like that.
Oh yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
3 glasses in
Tumblers.
each hand, drinking out of one as you come up.
Yeah. Yep, and you have no problem. I already had your Rolodex. I'll say you can use that too in order to pull your balancing act.
Oh yeah.
Then anyone who's watching just notices this kind of like acrobat-esque.
No,
Like-
it's like I've got like
Yeah,
6
but-
like with my fingers in each of the
but
glasses.
you're-
They're not clean.
But you're
I'm just
you're-
drinking one of them.
but you're weaving in and out of the crowd. Like
Oh,
it is.
No, they said they were coming to the bar, so I
Oh,
turned
oh,
around.
okay,
and
okay.
Here.
Then they're though. You're right. That's fine. That's
I'm-
fine.
I'm drinking out of one, and I
I misunderstood.
hit
No problem.
the other.
And passes out and shares. Absolutely.
Yeah, I would have done that, but they said
Smell
they're
it. I'm gonna smell it before I take a sip.
coming. Yeah. Oh, how is it?
It's a good idea.
It is alcoholic. It burns. It's a little sweet. Actually, it's really sweet. There's not much distinguishing flavor behind it.
No, but it's stuff you can get drunk to and come back to.
Yeah.
That's a good quality
I mean, it's
for a bar that only has one drink.
It smells like it smells a little like ethanol. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We got some Everclear in this thing.
Like it is essentially Everclear with brown sugar, I think is a good description.
Ugh.
Yeah. I didn't say it was good.
I mean, that's not horrendous. And
It-
for being cheap,
That is
You don't
horrendous.
know how much you paid for it.
That is
you're in
horrendous.
a cheap area.
Cheap.
Okay.
I mean, I was also am guessing. I looked around and I probably got doubles, at least based on the fact that I gave him silver.
Nope.
Yeah. No.
Nope. I mean, he filled it up,
Right.
but it does not seem to be a particularly large pour.
Okay, but all right. Then it was.
But he filled you up. He didn't.
So, we're trying to get to a table. Just trying to get to a table. If we need to, we might put a couple tables together because there's more of us.
Yeah.
Than like a standard table.
You move some tables, some
Yeah.
furniture around. You still have Dave here making a little bit of a spectacle.
You got the two big guys moving the tables.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Coin definitely wants to just bring everyone together and okay, so we are trying to come up with a cohesive idea of why we're all in the city, so that if for some reason the guards start to come to us or come asking questions to us about what we're doing here, we can at least have a unified answer.
Are adventuring parties a thing? Like, is like a people are going out and adventuring as a thing?
I would say it's rare.
It's rare. Okay. I will suggest we could be an adventuring party.
You always. I mean, you have heroes. You have people of legendary people, but like in terms of there are people out in this world trying to make this world better.
No,
You
Like
could-
an adventure guild
right?
type kinds of things.
No, my adventuring guild is more, or in my head, it's more people. Hey, it's more of a slightly mercenary kind of thing.
Yeah, there are definitely mercenaries. That is absolutely a thing.
I will say we could be an adventuring party, meaning more towards the mercenary, but that's the word I use. It's adventuring party because it's probably not quite as rare for an adventuring party to reach me.
That's fair.
I think with our appearance, at very least, it looks like we could be hired muscle. That's absolutely something that we could get say, and people would understand or say that makes sense without a lot of scrutiny. But maybe if we aren't actively being that mercenary group, are we saying that we are on a mission as that mercenary group? Are we saying that we have already been contracted by someone as a mercenary group? We have to make
I don't know
lore
if I really
characters in the lore for. This is our fault for all choosing monsters. Like, what do we expect? Yeah, that's totally fair. We need a cover story for our completely fictional characters. Our characters need backstories, guys.
I'm sorry. I might have missed this. What are the, I guess, races in this town mostly, or is it just kind of a smorgasbord?
In Bogengate, you see it runs the gambit, right? So you start seeing dwarves again. You start seeing halflings. Humans, again, are by far the largest population, but it's less of a dominant, right? Like, so, like, before it was maybe 70 to 80% human. Now it's maybe like 40%. And then filling in with half elves. Again, elves are extraordinarily rare, even more rare here than in the Stormlight Town. But still, yeah, a few gnomes.
Yeah,
No monstrous races
at all, or like one or two
at all that you've seen.
In the nicer part, it's vast majority human, most of the rest half elves, some halflings, and then dwarves in the Silk Gate.
Yeah, and I'd say you'd see gnomes and Stormlight is
okay.
And in Silkgate, they're longer lived, so they'd be present in Silkgate as well.
Dungeon Master.
Yes.
I need you to do something kind of important.
Yeah.
I need you to undeafen Wade Bennet, please.
Oh.
And
Discord? On your
Uh,
phone?
Yes. You have
hold
deafened
on.
Yeah, I was like, are you looking at the computer for that?
I didn't. Sorry, gotta figure out how to do it. I don't even know how they got deafened.
Yeah, you right click on it, and yeah, you undo the deafen
No,
button.
no. So I've got you on a phone. So I am server unmuting server.
Thank you very much.
So should be good now. If
Awesome.
you have issues, let me know.
Will do. Thank you.
If I like the idea
Hey,
of being associated.
Dungeon Master, I'm gonna have to log off in 12 minutes.
Yep, that's fine.
Because I got to get up.
Yep,
In the
nope. Nope,
yep.
no worries. Rick, what were you saying?
No. I just
Yep,
no, because yeah.
I clocked you for me. Elric, what were you saying? You're very far away.
Elric would say, I don't know how I feel about being associated with mercenaries. Not really what I believe in, kind of thing.
Are we actually doing it, or just saying it so the guards don't jump down our throats?
That's fair, Alikos. But I don't know, it just kind of eats away at me. But you're right. You're right, it's not real, and it's only a short thing. So.
And we do need some coin.
What do we want to call our mercenary group?
The Eat Dick Group. Dude, what are the names? No, that's party name. Fucking whatever. I think that's not
You set it up.
I don't love it.
You set it up.
I don't love it. Well, okay, how about this then? We go to another idea that I have. Is that we're a monster entertainment troupe instead, and we can like use Delphir as the.
We are live.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Delphir could be absolutely the face, and we're just kind of like the entertainment. We're monsters. We do whatever. We're a freak show kind of thing, and so we don't have to be hired muscle necessarily. We don't have to be as dangerous if we're an entertainment group. But we do need to come up with a cohesive narrative for the group that brings us all together and kind of has a purpose. If we get just like separated, we say, hey, we're just trying to do this for our troop or our group or whatever. But it will definitely give us credibility as we're walking through this city.
Silver Hand.
Is that a Fallout
Okay.
reference?
No.
Is that Fallout?
Also did play.
All right. Well, I'm okay with whatever we choose.
All right.
I guess we come up with whatever specifics, and that's our story.
All right. So we can come up with that in a bit. Are your friends here?
I have not seen them.
All right. Do you want to?
Ooh, I got an idea. What if we have everybody? This sounds crazy, but I've seen it work before. What if, everybody is like paying attention to the people, like people watching, and I stand up and I yell one of their names, right? And they look at me just out of like pure, oh my God, who's saying my name? And you could clock them in here. Like when you see them look, you'd be like,
Didn't
oh, that's them.
didn't they already say they didn't see them?
There's a lot of people in here, isn't there? Isn't this like packed?
You're like 3/4 full.
And how many people could fit in here? Roughly? Like normal sized people?
But say like 70 total.
So probably like 40 people in here.
Yeah, thereabouts.
That's a decent amount of people if you don't have like height to see through it all.
Well, you don't need to be your height to get at who's here.
Yeah, but you've been here long enough that um, specifically Point, who is grabbing another beer, knows that they aren't here. Naz isn't sure. Coin knows that they aren't here.
Oh, yeah. Coin knows that they are not here. Coin would definitely express that they are not here, but we still can ask if they have been here. Or if there are people that have seen them or would know more or less like where we could find information about them.
I would like to watch the bartender. And I want to know how much other people
Mm.
Give me a
Oh boy.
oh, give me a perception check.
That's a 18 on the die. 21.
Well, you notice that everyone else is paying a copper per drink.
Yeah, sure. So that's fine. I overpaid a bit, so I'll go back up to the. Almost actually, I'll ask first. Do you want to ask the bartender?
I will look at Coin and say, it might be best if you do most of the talking and I can just back you up. I don't.
Or I'll do
So-
it. I'll be disassociated, so they won't see you doing it. Whatever.
Real quick, I do want to ask Coin and Naz to give me an investigation, because right now what you're really doing is you're trying to drum up some noise about these people, right? So you're doing that through the
Shit.
Let's go!
Shit.
Nice.
I mean, good for both of us, but more for me. That's a naughty.
Then, God,
I can't. I can't. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
get wrecked, both of you. With a 20 and a 19.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
rolling your actual dice is
Oh.
fucking me over. But rolling on roll 20, perfectly fine.
All right. So, as you walk up to the bartender, yeah,
Do you want to go ask the bartender, or do you want me to go ask the bartender? 'Cause that's what I was offering.
Well, that's it. So, Coin is not someone that the people that we're looking for would recognize.
Yeah.
He's not someone that would stand out to them. And
Okay.
so, if somebody described me to them asking questions about them, they would not associate me with anyone in particular.
Okay.
They've done bad shit. They
Okay.
are just followed. They know that people are asking questions about them.
No, that's fine.
Like, I just am another random person.
I'll go up with
And
yeah.
my main appearance is hidden, so I'm just kind of Coin's shadow right now.
Yeah.
I'll go up with Coin with Nasir as a shadow, and I'm going to say, how much did we? I gave him 14. All right. I'll give him another. I'll lay out another 4, and I'll say another 6. And I'll look at you, and you have questions.
He'll look at you, and anyone who's paying close attention notes that has large, pointed ears, goblin-esque, even.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be 2 more goblins.
Yeah. Take it out of the 8 page earlier.
Give me a persuasion with advantage.
Let me see if I can get it on.
Yeah.
Roll
You've seen how good
online.
Roll 20 is.
on the app. We'll roll it on the app. It's thinking. It says it's thinking.
Yeah.
The app has a tendency to be a little buggy, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey.
there it is.
All right, that was
I will take the.
the next.
I'm sorry.
Holy.
I broke your game. I'm sorry.
I'm like, so at least for this time, I have +5 for that. So
Oh, how many words?
You can.
no, it clicked it again. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
The first
that's-
2 were 18
that's
and 19.
fine. You can have your 6. Here you go.
Yeah. And
He looks at you as he pours the 6th one though and spits in it.
I'm saying that probably makes it taste better, and I'll take a drink.
Oh,
Oh my god.
no. Okay. Thanks.
And
What did we respond to that?
well, I drank it in front of him. So I don't know.
Yeah.
There's-
Just as you hang around. Are there more?
I'll nudge Coin forward.
No, I mean he's there. He's in the front. He's just kind of taking a second for what just transpired, and going like, "Oh,
that was fucking gross."
some wonderful hospitality."
I'm like, oh, this is high enough. It'll kill it. I know.
So I guess Coin. He's gonna like finish his remaining of the grog and flip the glass upside down like on the bar top, and say, he's gonna say like, in Goblin, I need some information.
He responds in Goblin, so none of you can understand this. Okay.
I'm looking for a. Shit. I could look my notes. Where's my total number though? So, Naz, what's her name? The lead.
Katerina
Katerina.
Niklaus. Yeah, Katerina is the redhead. Niklaus, big burly dude. Michael, kind of looks like him, just a little skinnier.
I'm looking for a group led by a Katerina. Are you familiar with them?
They've been in.
Okay. And I will put and push a silver piece across.
Disappears like that. Like barely touches the
Absolutely.
the bar. Those idiots are trying to work in Silkgate. A bunch of bumbled heists. Here they're looking to pull another job there.
God damn it. I know I can't understand this, but god damn it.
I will ask, do you know how to contact them and put another silver piece on the table? But not like hand over it, or not guard it, but put it on the table to offer.
So you're putting it down. Are you keeping your finger on
No.
it, or you're just
No,
putting it down?
I'm putting it.
As soon as it hits,
Absolutely.
disappears.
Yeah. I know that this is a transaction, and I am participating. I am not acting as bartering with it.
Come back in 3 days.
And I'll tell him
She'll be here.
I am Coin, and can I ask your name?
Zalef. Zalef.
Thank you. And I'll take my drink, and I'll head back to the table.
As Coin heads out, he pours another, sets it down, doesn't spit.
I'll pick that one up as well, and I'll say 6 for the next round, implying that the extra 6 I'm not gonna pursue.
I wasn't gonna give it away.
Yeah, dude, I know he wasn't, but this is.
and it's that you both make your way back to, or all three of you make your way back to the.
And I will obviously say to him, what'd he say?
So
I will parrot back what he said in God.
oh really?
I don't speak it. I'll just parrot it back.
Give me a performance. So I'm just like, I understand this. I know that nobody else.
I don't understand what's going on. I just skills.
Like a voice recorder, just
Yeah.
We're gonna see how well.
Mm-hmm.
18. You know,
Roll
the accent is a little off, but he's pretty close.
I get.
I mean, it been about like 3 months, but okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I miss a word or two, but that's about what I said.
Like it is passable. Anyone who spoke Goblin would be like, "All right, you didn't mean horse there."
3 moon cycles, it's fine. And yeah, Coin's just gonna look at you pretty fucking weird. It's like, did you get all that?
I will finish the one drink, half of the other.
Like, I didn't mean to insult. I'm trying to like call your bluff, and it's like I didn't mean to insult you there, but I hope you didn't take any offense.
Offense at what? I don't speak Goblin.
Oh, good.
Maybe I should learn.
Alex, I do need a Constitution save. You've downed 3 or 2.5
In the first like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
of you
yeah. It's been like 30 minutes, but.
Would it be fair to say that I saw the party get up and talk to the bartender and sit back down?
Yes, you did,
Yeah,
and you may choose to come back to the party,
Which is what I was planning to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to finish my performance, bow to my cheering and adulation, and make my way back to the party.
Absolutely. You're yeah.
Oh yeah. That was the idea.
You're feeling good.
I'm like, yeah, this is solid. It's not. They're not going places, but it's one drink in a bar. They got their recipe and they know what they're doing. This is mastery.
Good.
And more than competence. And I start waxing a little philosophical about the brewer's skill.
So I will say that you have disadvantage on all wisdom-based rolls.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry. Did we come to a conclusion about having a troop?
You do not, whether you are a troop, a mercenary group,
Okay.
a company.
So I think
we know what Dave here's is.
yes, we do.
Dave here is.
Yes.
Well, right. And Dave here just walks in, and I say, "We know what Dave here's vote is."
Yeah. So we know that Gormac will probably agree with Dave Fear's vote also. So we know what two people's votes are. But I think that we should still have a vote. I think that there
One
should be
must absolutely excuse me on this particular subject, as I do not quite know myself what I am voting on. I am quite impressed that you know exactly how I'm going to vote.
Are we a group? And if we're a group, would we be a mercenary company or a troop? You'd vote for the troop. Yeah, that. Yeah.
Why would I vote for the troop over the company? It does sort of. It's a splitting of hairs, I must say. But what is the difference?
I'll pull out my viol, and I'll say, I think we're a lot more entertaining looking than we are threatening looking.
I would say definitely more entertaining, but company has a sort of professional vibe to it, does it not? It sounds as if we are collected and organized, that we might actually schedule our events ahead of time. Everybody wants to hire a company.
Well, with that,
I think the thought from mine was more troop, as in performing, rather than mercenary for a company. Rather than the troop or company, mercenary or performing was where I was going with my guess of your.
And I do believe that is absolutely a valid point. However, when you boil things down to the absolute essence, what is a mercenary but a gentleman or lady? He nods towards Nazari, and is being paid for a service. So, in many ways, whether we be entertainers or backstabbers, we are still essentially mercenaries of a sort.
well, what we're trying to do is we're trying to agree to agree upon a cohesive line of our occupation if we were to be scrutinized by the guard.
Well, then,
That-
may I suggest, if we are going to actually do this, that we register ourselves as a legitimate company.
Oh,
And that's
hiccup, and
fine.
I'll say,
It just
Sure.
happens to be that the business we're in happens to be that of entertaining or taking jobs. We
Sure,
leave that
sure.
part a bit vague.
Register.
We provide services.
For at least everything.
He smiles to himself as he nods around the table.
Is that actually a thing? Do you like actually register? Like,
It is a big city.
Ah.
One would expect that there would be something a little bit more official than it has been in the surrounding towns.
oh, I thought the barge just decided you were a group and started singing about you. Huh?
A group of bards would just start singing about being bards.
Well, no. The bards just like collectively decide that you're a group, and they say that you know how it's just suddenly there's songs about the band of the red the red claymore or whatever. They're just it's just a thing suddenly.
He's going to lean in your way and give you a leer. Were you hoping to be the band of the Red Claymore? Everyone, I think he wants to be the band of the Red Claymore. Does anybody have any dissenting opinions on that name?
I'm gonna kind of like snort, laugh into my drink.
That is an interesting name, but I'm not sure we can come up with.
Yeah, I don't know that I can pronounce that again.
We could actually put that as a part of our advertisement, that it makes us a sort of performance art to even pronounce our names, although it might limit our engagements.
I'm just gonna shake my head and put it down on the table.
Hey, Red Claymore, I think, was a whatever. It's just a thing that I came up with. It wouldn't work with us because 3 of us probably couldn't pick up a claymore without tipping over. And I don't think the 2 of you, looking at the big guys, prefer swords.
A needle
Oh,
well
I
placed
do
in an
actually have a great
unsuspecting
sword.
neck will do just as much death as that of a claymore.
Okay, so let's. I think actually. So, if we are a group that is going to be parading around this city, I think that it's going to be better if we just call ourselves mercenaries then, because we are just chock full of weapons. Like, we're just fucking rocking all kinds of weapons. And unless we knew an entertaining reason for having so many weapons,
How many weapons are you carrying?
enough. For sure.
I was about to say,
Enough.
as you look around,
I agree.
You do seem to be more
Well-
well equipped than the locals.
Well, I
they
mean,
don't have
was that
clothes.
in the other parts of town as well? Because we're in the slums right now.
The only part of town that would not have been true would have been Silkgate,
Okay.
where you
Were they-
also note that magical weapons were almost a fashion item.
Okay.
They have this dagger that can
So
turn
if-
your blood into.
Well, they probably more into long swords on the more fashionable side, possibly rapiers or sabers, just because they're more fashionable. I
Decorative
imagine
weaponry.
you probably would have seen 1 or 2 bigger weapons, but not.
I mean, you all stand out. Even Gormak as Jester did not really look like an entertainer.
Yeah. So I think that we could. I think that we are definitely poised to be mercenaries. I think that it makes more sense that a group like us.
Point of order.
Yeah.
Does the bard not look like an entertainer?
You absolutely look like an entertainer.
Just want to make sure that was.
Standing with four heavily
absolutely,
individuals.
absolutely. I assume that it is only your main weapon that is on display, and then, but the primary, the focal point of your outfit is your instrument.
What is your prime weapon on display?
My lute.
So you don't have
That's fair.
a sword or a rapier or. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just confirming.
Well, actually, I do have a rapier, but I don't have it. I guess on now because I'm in entertainer clothes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
We'll say that your rapier is currently
Stowed.
hidden in your your
I was actually thinking that I might have convinced him to carry the pack while we were wandering.
Oh, that's.
No. We'll say that your rapier is probably woven into your loot case.
That works.
That's fine. I was just asking what was on display.
Yeah.
Or like as looted out, the rapier is in the case.
Yeah.
I would say that it is definitely within the theme of Dayfear that nothing would be on display aside from his entertainment.
Yeah.
But the fact still remains that there are significantly more of us that look like we're trying to actually murder people than people who could pass in this city whatsoever. And it's just this city right now. It's not cities later for if we are in a different city together by any particular happenstance. But if we are in the city right now, we need a collective idea of what we're doing. So I think that being a mercenary group right now is going to be the best idea. And we can take a vote on saying whether or not we should be an entertainment group or a mercenary group.
Then might I suggest that we go with a name like Professional Services Limited?
Totally fair.
Before we vote on that, do you want another round?
You know, I am rather parched from all that singing.
I have these. I didn't drink mine. You can have these. You don't need to get a whole other round.
Algos has 2 more drinks put in front of him.
I will drink the 4th.
I'm gonna
actually that would
think about no. I've only had 3.
Yeah, so he
had 3.
Right, so he's having a 4th.
I have the 4th, and the 5th is in my other hand.
I'm gonna need another constitutional saving throw.
We're gonna carry your very last here.
It's fine. It's fine. You might have to pry me from something.
Oh,
or someone.
That's also true.
Fair. Oh yeah,
I'm sorry. I clicked the wrong thing.
Taking you home. I mean, so what is that? It's a 4.
Oh, another 7.
It was an 8.
I should roll real dice. Real dice like me.
Yeah. So you are starting to get
tanked,
a little woozy.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, I'm going to give you advantage on charisma.
Oh.
But the DC of some of your rolls are going to be high.
Okay.
Yeah, drunk.
You
are willing to be more bold at this point.
Yeah.
Which is the source of your charisma advantage.
Sure.
So going back to the vote, does everyone want either to classify ourselves as a mercenary group, or do we want to classify ourselves as a entertainment troupe?
I would
Mercenary.
prefer that in the actual description that we sort of leave out the mercenary part and just call ourselves a group of professionals.
Group or company, or I like company.
And companies.
Well, and that's what we can definitely do that. So
It's just a sort of a thing that, especially if it's going to come to the
is,
notice of
there are-
the
there are
local
two
constabulary, I would
viable
prefer
options,
it
right?
not cast us in the role as bringers
I
of
think
violence or questionable
it is-
activities.
You can ignore the two options and go for the middle one of company with no descriptor.
I like it.
Company.
We want ourselves to be presentable as a cohesive for a motivation. Being a company is very non-committal for motivation.
There was a caravan here.
We are professionals.
And we're looking for our next gig.
Exactly. We are professionals.
We want to have a purpose. We don't want to be just hanging out.
But we come to a big city to get a contract.
I would
If everyone thinks
suggest
that's a great idea, then
I would suggest respectfully, Mr. Coyne, that the people who know what they are about and what they are hiring would appreciate a certain amount of discretion.
Oh, yeah, that's also true.
And I would actually love to point out, perhaps maybe hesitate to point out, that that's something that should be considered in establishing ourselves.
If anyone asks, we just say we provide a variety of services.
Yes.
That sounds like we're entertainers / hookers.
That is not entirely separate from our roles.
Are we the company? We provide a variety of services. Is that the message? And it's cool if it is.
Professional services.
Professional services. We have the company as recommended. So
I like the company. I think it's fun, actually. The company.
We need a something company. We've got 2 shorties and 2 giants.
So if we're not going with the troop, which is fine, we don't have to be a troop. There are other things. I am a member of a guild, but I have not yet established myself with this city. So we could try and pursue a cover of being a. We're trying to become a company that is doing a specific task, because what we want to do is we want to avoid scrutiny. That's more of what I'm trying to bring to the table. Is if we, for some reason, and whatever we are all individually trying to do, get wrapped up into something, then we all have the same answer to a question of what we are doing.
We're the Gallimaufry company.
That sounds like a mouthful.
Gallimaufry, I love it.
It sounds as if you have a specific idea in mind, and perhaps you need to say it plainly, please.
Definition of out of character, just so, because I know that my voice is a little hard. Gallimaufry, definition: an unorganized collection or mixture of various things.
I enjoy it. Mr. Coyne, it sounds as if you have a specific aim in mind.
My aim was either establishing us as either a mercenary group or a troop. That was my goal. And now it is changing because there is a lot of influence which has been presented to me with this conversation.
So we're the Gallimaufry, and kind of, I mean, as Xavier said, mercenary is in whatever we get paid to do.
I want
Which
you to
isn't
convince
necessarily
me.
violent. Do you want me to?
Sure.
No. Hey,
You're
can I
drunk off your
interject?
ass,
Can
I'm
I
not.
interject?
What?
Coin. What I think what they're trying to say that I guess is not coming across is more of if we come in, we don't even have to lie. We can just say we are a group that is currently looking for work. Because that could be true. Because if we say we're mercenaries and we're not necessarily mercenaries, we could be caught in a lie. Which this would not be a lie. We are
So
currently.
just kind of adding it to cut off this form of argument. However you choose to identify, as long as you agree upon it, I am not going to ask for a deception check, right? Like if we're talking about having like an elaborate backstory that is different of how you met, or an elaborate backstory of why you were together.
No,
Then we're getting into deception territory. But like if you choose to identify as a mercenary group, a troop, a financial company, like as a DM, I don't give a fuck. Like, because you've decided on it as a group. So, and with that, let me kind of close the meta and let you continue on as characters. I just wanted to let you know, from a meta perspective, whatever you decide here, I'm not going to ask you to roll deception on in the future.
Gallimaufry Company.
I mean, I think that's a great idea. I think that Gallimaufry Company would be a great name. If we decide on what our company is going to represent, is fantastic. But I think that we need to still have a cohesive narrative, and so searching for work is fine. But if we give them that we are just doing something, we'll keep them from asking more questions later down the line. Again, that is my feeling about it. So, oh, and that's it. If we actually no, I take that back then. So my question was whether we were going to be a troop or a mercenary group. If we were going to be a mercenary group and we were looking for work, that's fine. Actually, that is absolutely something that I would be okay with. It keeps it vague. It keeps it open. And it tells them that we are doing something specific, which is what I was looking for. So if we are looking to just tell people that we are a mercenary group and we are looking for work, that is fine. That is absolutely something I'm great with.
All right. Anyone else have any other thoughts on that?
But we should mention that we are
conversation.
based out of the Curtis Hammer, and tell them that is where they can find us if we are ever needing to be found.
Okay. Elric, you were saying something?
Oh no, just kind of conversations give me a lot of anxiety, so I'm just want it to be over, really.
I will push the other drink back over to you.
No.
No?
I do have some tobacco, though. You think that they'll let me smoke that in here?
Is anyone else smoking in here?
There are a few people smoking.
Okay. Well, then I kind of roll like a fairly large cigarette, since I'm a fairly large person with my tobacco.
Yeah.
And I light that up, and it calms me down for sure.
The fact that you're smoking is not the reason why people are looking over at you.
Okay, good to know. It's a big cigarette too. It's big. It's
not the reason why they're looking at you.
Okay, good. And be like, yeah, 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 that sounds good. Mercenary at the hammer.
I mean, Coin is also a man of worldly tastes and wants to imbibe of the tobacco. If there is, is there a pipe? Or like,
he rolled a
you're
cigarette.
rolling a cigarette?
No, I rolled a cigarette.
Well, and then Coin will ask you, like, would you care to share with this? I don't need my own, but I'd like to try it.
Oh, yeah, here. I pass it over. For you, it's probably like a fat cigar.
Oh, that's
Size.
totally fair.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh,
I want
Yeah.
a Constitution roll, and I just want to see if you get a little nauseous.
yeah. I'm trying to think. Constitution, which I have a little bit more in. +2? 16?
Yeah, you're fine.
I mean, it's still a little rough, but
Oh,
yeah.
if you get a little, you get a
Maybe
little,
the mines, okay?
you get a little tingly.
If
but
you're puff passing, I will.
So you say your Constitution?
Yeah, go
I should not need a Constitution. If it's just, do you choke on it? Alikos does not need a Constitution roll.
Yep, that's fine.
You want cross-stated if you're gonna get like a little nicotine.
It's tobacco.
Yeah, as soon as you inhale this massive amount of tobacco, you just start coughing a little bit.
Like it's tobacco.
It's tobacco,
Yeah.
but it's like
Yeah,
you're
You're
smoking
not used
tobacco.
to something like this.
but I am because he's
Oh.
the one who rolls the cigarette.
Oh, that's okay. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
If it was something else, yes.
You're, because you and Elric hang like you've been hanging for a while.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You're probably the one who taught him how to roll.
If you
Um,
didn't know already, I did, but you might have known.
Big ass block.
I perfected it since becoming friends with him.
Sure. Yeah, you knew how, and I was like, no.
That's fair.
Let me
That's
show
right.
you.
Oh, man, you can't just pinch it in there. You can't have a baby bump. It's fine.
All right.
Anyway,
I will say that Coin has not reported to the party,
Oh,
or
yes,
at least to
thank
me.
God for bringing that back up.
He
Thank
is
God.
prepared.
Naz,
No,
you're
unless you
amazing.
beat Goblin.
Amazing.
Beat Goblin.
Amazing.
Get the gist of the conversation.
Yeah. Anybody here sings Goblin?
Yeah.
Which,
Aliko shared what happened.
What?
Why didn't anyone pick up on that?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so as we're talking about deciding about the name of the company and the perspective goal of the company. So it's the I'm sorry, what's the name of the company again?
Gallimaufry.
Gallimaufry, because that has nothing to do with
Anything. Yes.
Jeff.
Exactly.
Anyway.
No, it was the first thing first cool thing I saw when I looked up variety on thesaurus.com.
Does anyone take issue with being named the Calamari
yes.
Company?
I don't.
That is a significant. Players don't like it. Then we can.
I challenged him and I lost. Actually, should I roll?
I don't
Hold on.
hate it, but I just thought that the company was fun.
You do whatever you care about in character,
Bad
but
action
this is really a question to the players, I think.
Yeah, it's great.
I don't give a fuck.
Love it.
All right.
So Gallimaufry company.
Dave here. Dave here.
Sounds good to me.
Andrew.
Okay.
All right. Calamari. Well, so maybe to extend an olive branch out to Dave here, the Calamari professionals.
Whatever other word Dave would like.
Does that resonate more with you, Dave here?
Dayfear is unconcerned about the name.
All right.
Malicos.
All right.
Other
The Gallimaufry Company. It is.
Okay, so the Gallimaufry Company is now, with this agreement, we are going to establish ourselves as a mercenary group. It does not mean that we have to abide by any particular guideline. We don't have to say, oh, we take any work. We take work that is vetted by us, and that we do work that is approachable and appreciated by us. It is not something that we are just, yes, we go murder villagers for nothing. We take higher class agreements and alliances. And so I think that we just are in this city, and we have come to the city, and we are looking for work. We are looking for our next gig, and in that we have a protective layer. Whenever we are approached or we are asked what we're doing, we have a cohesive what are we doing? Who are you? And who do you know? And why are you here? We know each other. We are here for a specific purpose, and we are trying to do something. And we are not above hiring or being hired, but we have a threshold. So if we are approached by someone and they try to poke holes and say, "Why won't you just take my money? I want to have a job for you," we say,
well, we got to check
because we
with
have standards. Well, yes, and I think that is going to be a much more impressive thing to put upon other inquiries. That being said,
So,
I
do you want to go to another tavern?
have gained some insight into the charges that we are looking for in this city.
Oh, you actually understood them, right?
You're so trash.
No, I thought, maybe you were just pretending.
And I just like poke your shoulder to see if you just push over.
No. Just go, we've done that before, where we just pretend that, we know what's going on, and we right, Dave Fear? Like you just say, yeah, this is what's going on. This is the thing that's happening.
Oh, yes, indeed. I've been tuning my lute.
It's not happening. He's not actually tuning his lute.
Oh, no. It's literally just tuning his lute. That's all he's been doing for the past, 3 minutes. There was you did one song where it got a little bit flat on the end.
You know what? Because of that, next time you have a performance with your lute, I'll give you advantage. Which means it's a standard check because you're still at disadvantage on all skill checks because you're exhausted. I forgot about that.
Oh, it was just it was just Dave Fear because he's paid up on it.
I don't know that.
No, I don't
I'm a player.
How long is it back to the hammer? Like how long of a walk?
Oh, it is about a 4-hour walk.
4.
Oh, we should go back. We gotta go back.
Yeah, fucking giant city.
Is anyone a street urchin?
What?
No.
Nope.
No.
I look at myself
That
and
was
I say,
that was
child. So
that was out of. Was that
Oh, okay.
Are you?
No, that was a. Does anyone have that was a meta question of does anyone have a street urchin background, because that would affect that. Let's actually yes.
Mm-hmm.
But you all don't know the city. If you got a nat 20 on a survival roll,
That's fair. It is what you said, about 8:30-ish by now.
Yeah,
well,
You were saying like 7:30 when we came in, and we've been here for a while.
at this point, like 9-ish.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he really did slam those shots in.
Yeah. That's fair. I'm trying to keep Alikos alive.
Oh, this is the thing isn't will Alikos die from drinking? The thing is, will Alikos remember anything tomorrow morning?
Oh,
And
we're
that
going to
answer-
start going into exhaustion soon.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
also something Alikos is very used to. So
Yeah, that's
Okay, so Coin does know, and Coin then says, so I have gained some insight into our quarry, looking at Naz specifically. We will come back to this location in 3 days. And we will find out more information about our quarry in 3 days. In those 3 days, we have a lot of downtime.
be there.
Right. So we're going to be here in 3 days. And we're going to find out more information about our quarry in 3 days here. And we're going to find out more about our inquiry in 3 days. But we do have 3 days to kill. Not necessarily be here for 3 days.
So, Elric, is there a different?
Say 3 days one more time.
Can I give you 3 more days? In 3 days, we're going to be at the
Yes.
Shadows Rest.
Elric, was there
Yes, Alikos.
temple that you wish to visit? Now that
We can see a sermon every day.
we could, and there was, but you also you mentioned
I would say
being.
I would
able
say
to be
let me think
particularly
on it.
persuasive once per day. So let's sleep on it is certainly a fair assessment. Are we done at the Shadows Rest and let's go going back to the Cursed Hammer?
I think we should head back. We've done a lot in the past day or two, and we all deserve some much needed rest.
Sure.
All right. Alikos will be both swaying and very sure-footed.
I think that. So, just to clarify some details, if we are a cohesive unit, and we are saying that everyone is here because of what we intended, if we were to be questioned by anyone else, so we know what company we belong to. We know when we got here because we did arrive at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But if there was a caravan that said that there were inappropriate actions taken against them, we might need to have
deny knowledge of anything of what you're talking about.
That wasn't us. That wasn't us.
That orc got a little rapey.
What?
What? Huh? I'm saying.
That wasn't us. That wasn't us.
Yeah, I don't know about that second one.
If we were in a situation, we would not acknowledge the caravan that we came on at all at any point.
Well, it's not like it had a name, so
True.
That
I don't
is,
remember.
that is fair.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything you all like like to do further, or any other conversations that you would like to have at this time.
I think it's A, is anyone paying any attention to us in particular as we're having the conversation about developing a company?
Give me one more perception check. Oh,
It's gonna hurt. Just curious to see.
How much of a bottle was each pour?
22. You notice, and no one gives a fuck about you.
Whoa!
They're looking over
Oh,
like,
wait. Can I play a card game or two? I don't want to just leave without doing anything fun.
I mean, we're gonna get back at 1 a.m. So
If we leave now,
right? If you wanna get back later,
yeah, you can always sleep in.
we got 3 days. No, I think no.
yeah, but the Curse Hammer has better.
Coin would try to get into some just a little light gambling.
Yeah,
at least.
So Coin tries to make his way into a game, and I would say Gormac also does. He tries to.
Well, Coin would definitely follow Gormac and say, "Hey, let me help you out with this," and he'll play the same table.
I think Gormac said that he had his it was in his kit.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there are dice games, and it sounds like
there were 3 tables
efficient for the dice.
I need
so
Coin and Gormac in order to give me.
Might actually be like. It sounds like Gormac knows what he's doing when he's playing dice.
Yeah, so I need Coin and Gormac to give me a charisma check.
Charisma check. If they have the gaming set proficiency, that counts. Yes.
I don't.
No,
for sure.
No. This is to join.
This is to join. Okay. All right.
Because they're both fucking weird.
I mean, I want to put a couple.
Yeah.
Would it be a
Simple number out there?
Yeah.
Would it be persuasion? So just charisma.
No, I want a straight charisma.
No. In which I have a 1 in.
Yeah.
It's not like blind. Oh, that is not one. That was not one. That was not one. I'm sorry. Are these cards also dice? Can you roll the cards?
Gormac.
These aren't marked, are they?
Both
You just challenge somebody and say nothing loaded.
Both Gormac and Coin trying to join games. Yeah, it's a 5. And
I mean, he doesn't make it 1. So.
You're both rejected.
Mm.
And you just hear this, "Fuck you, Tusker."
Oh, hey.
Well, and that's where I'll try to rein in Gormac, because I'm sure Gormac's not gonna love that shit either.
Yeah, I'd get up and walk on over there.
I actually, Elric, I wouldn't imagine that you would be getting close to a gambling table.
Well, but I will say this is loud enough that anyone in the bar would hear it.
Mm.
Yeah. If I hear that, I'm for sure over there.
Yeah. What are you doing?
And I say,
I think you should. I think you should apologize to my friend.
Gentlemen, whoa. Wait, I have one.
Yeah.
I can't see.
Yeah. Yep. No.
I say, gentlemen, come on.
Just in case they get kicked out, I just want to say I'm at the bartender.
Yep. That's fine. All right. So,
You should apologize to my friend. It was very uncalled for.
What the fuck you gonna do about it, dimwit?
Oh, look at Coin. What's Coin's What?
I say hit the table. That is literally what I just said. Was just hit the table.
He gestures to hit the table.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you know, I flip the table at him.
On point.
And
No,
All
at the
right.
guy that said, "What are you gonna do?"
You flip the table on the person who said, "What do
Yeah,
you?"
yeah, and then Spartan kick the table.
Give me an intimidation. If you don't get above a 15, I'm gonna have you all roll initiative.
30.
Yep. So that was an investigation, not an intimidation.
Oh shit!
But it was
It
a
doesn't matter. They're
14,
the same.
which unless you have a +1 to your charisma.
I don't. I have a -1 to my charisma.
Yep. So it's still going to be a 13. So this is where we are going to stop. And at
Y'all
the
were just
beginning of
itching
next
for a
session-
fucking fight, weren't you?
At the beginning
Well,
of
hey,
next
listen.
session,
Started a bar
we're gonna start a bar fight.
But it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a couple people in the bar. It's not the
No.
whole bar.
It could turn into the whole bar.
Yeah.
Very fast.
I mean,
Very
We have some connection with the bartender as far as it goes with.
yep. But
We have mixed bag.
that-
with the
that-
bartender.
Technically, we had an understanding with the bartender.
Yeah,
No,
we
have
may
mixed-
not-
Now you just flipped a table.
Yeah.
His table.
We may not continue to have a
I did flip the
understanding
table.
with
Sorry.
that
Sorry, I
is where we will conclude tonight's session.
Mhm.
Day Fear, you may end the stream.
That was fun.
Oh, God.
You mother starting a goddamn bar fight. There will
Hey,
be
listen.
It's not
Sorry.
my fault. It's